it's your girl Shavonne. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. As always, this is much appreciated. For those of you that have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification button so that way you can get notified whenever I make new videos. I also have a podcast called Bohemian Soul. Check that out. You can also find that on various different platforms and such. Yeah, I'm just doing my thing here. I just got on this thing because I really wanted to talk to y'all real quick. As usual, I really don't have anything planned to talk about, but I was thinking heavy on I was thinking about the fact that when it comes to love, I feel like collectively, men and women, we heavily struggle. And something dawned on me while I was thinking. I was like, I feel like at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. We all want love. We all want to be loved. We all want to feel special. We all want to be nurtured. We all want to have somebody that we feel like we could confide in, have someone where we can share like our most intimate, deepest experiences with, like we all desire that. Like, who doesn't want that? Like, there's nothing scary in that, you know what I'm saying? But I do believe that the way we've been brought up, like, really affects how we envision how love should be. And what I mean by that is, I feel like with women, especially young women, we're taught to try to find the one, like we're not taught to like go out and sample or, date around a lot and figure out what you're into, what you're not into, and your standards of what you can tolerate and what you can't. We're really just taught to go out and seek that one person, I still remember just being mad young. With a lot of my homegirls, we used to be like outside in the hood, just sitting on top of people's cars, just lean back, looking at the stars and just kind of like dreaming about what our expectations were for what we wanted in our men and like our first times. Like, it was all so thought out, so planned out, so like deeply imagined, And of course, it was nothing what we expected as we got older. But, we had it like thought out to a T. Whereas I feel like with a lot of men, it's kind of like, it's cool to have a bunch. Hell, if anything, if you don't have a bunch, you're looked upon in a certain kind of way, So it's like, now you got women that truly are believing that they're looking for this one special person, right? Whereas the guys are out here kind of like searching for many, just kind of like just doing their thing, And as the years kind of like pass, you get, as a woman, you get hurt so much, because like it's kind of expected. Obviously, if these guys are like looking for different things, these guys are not looking to settle down, then they're not looking for you. No matter what kind of information they present to you, no matter what they tell you, they're not looking for you. They're not seeking you out in that kind of way. So you talking about years and years and years of just kind of like being hurt and like dealing with a lot of bullshit, you know what I'm saying? To the point that you get to a certain age and now you no longer believe in the idea of that, right? So fast forward the time for men. And I feel like with them, now they starting to catch on. Now they starting to realize that they need something more fulfilling, you know what I'm saying? Like something that's just not like, like just chasing around whatever's in the streets or whatever. Now they want to settle down. But it's like, now you got women in your age bracket that don't believe in that anymore because they spent so much time searching for that in you. And you wasn't trying to do that because that's not what you was taught. That's not, what you valued at that point in your life. And now you value it, and now she doesn't. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's like we all want the same thing. But unfortunately, we try to reach these at different points in our lives. Which is why I think like you see a lot of like older guys going for younger women and a lot of older women going for young men, because it just makes sense, because like now you're going in opposite directions, And it's just, I just think that it's so fucked up, you know, like, it's fucked up on so many different levels, because I feel like, you know, the amount of hurt that I feel like women have to go through, like, it's so unnecessary, and so, you know, I'm really tired of like people that truly think that women are just like built to take heartache much different. And it's just like, no, we're not. Like, not at all. And it's fucked up, because it's like, because you're bred to believe that, like, yo, this is your life, like, this is just how it is. You're gonna get hurt by these guys. You take it, like, you just take the L's. You just keep on taking them, and then it manifests into many different things, yo. It manifests into many different illnesses, because you carrying all that stress and you don't even realize that you walking with this hurt, because you just taught to believe that, like, yo, that it is what it is, and that's not true. You walking with all this pent up hurt, all this resentment, all this, you know, and a lot of it too be turns into like an egotistical thing, because I've definitely found myself just getting deep into my ego, feeling like, yo, I know I'm good. I know I'm a good catch, yo. I'm about to show this motherfucker just how good of a catch I am. I'm about to stick with this person and really show him who I am, instead of just walking away. You know what I'm saying? Like, now all of a sudden there's something to prove, because you so hurt. You so hurt, and you can't take that hurt. You can't take the fact that, like, yo, this person really just, you know, by design ain't shit. So there's a lot of that ends up going on, you know? And, you know, it's crazy, yo, because, like, as women, like, I don't know how we push through. I don't know how we just don't give up. Like, you know, like, granted, like, we do at points, we do, like I said, later on in life, yo, it comes to that point where you just give up and you're like, nah, bro, I'm about to live for me. Like, all this other stuff that I thought was real, yo, even if it is, I don't even care no more. I don't even care about it no more, because, like, yo, I done been dragged through the mud so many times, yo. And, you know, I look at the generations today and I realize, you know, I don't even blame them for doing half the stuff that they do. I don't blame them for being on savage mode, because it's like, yo, who wants to go through that? You know, these generations, these newer generations, they sat down and watched us and, you know, they older siblings and their parents go through this. You start to see that, you know, and this is a whole new world, like, where people ain't taking stuff no more. They're not doing that. They're not gonna do that, you know? So now it's like people are so afraid of being hurt in general that you don't even need to wait for something to happen. It's just like, I'm about to play you regardless. So it's a lot of that's going on, you know? And I think that we need to take a massive step back so we can all just begin to really address what the issues are. You know, we need to throw away these old ideologies and these teachings that we've been taught by heartbroken people themselves. Like, we really gotta, there's so many cycles that we have to break. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta break so many different cycles, yo. Because it's just necessary for our growth and our continuation and for love. Because you know what, like, we're human beings with emotions, and we're built on love, despite what people might think. It's just been so, like, lost in the sauce that we don't even remember that that's something that we need. And I don't know, yo, like, cause it's crazy, cause I'm at that age where I should not give I should stop cursing. But anyways, I'm at that age when I shouldn't care, and I slowly feel that way. Like, I slowly feel like I don't care, man. Like, I'm just out here trying to, like, just do me. But I feel like, you know, when I think about my inner self and my deeper calling, like, I know that's not true. It's just kind of like this fear of, like, having to dedicate myself and giving up my freedom to someone who might not be worth it, you know? Like, that's a big, like, that's a big fuck you, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I don't want that. I don't want that at all, you know? And I think that we need to address so much. Like, we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about why we all are so afraid, you know, like, why are we holding on to things that we were told and not what we actually like feel inside? Like, we need to spend more time forgetting about like what the world is talking about. Like we gotta tune it out. What do you actually feel inside? Because we know who we are, we know what we feel, and we know what we need, you know. And I have to constantly through meditation remind myself that, because I don't want to get sucked up into like this whole, into all this hurt, all this nonsense, all these things that I've been taught, you know, all these things that I've seen and witnessed, you know, because I do believe that there's people out there that's like me that want something deeper, that want something more. And if I don't like open myself up to it, like I can't, it's you know, collectively you make it really hard to receive it. And yeah, that was on my mind tonight, you know. We need to open up some more so we can receive love, so we can receive, you know, like, so we can manifest something deeper than what we've known our entire lives. So we got to leave that behind. Like, you see, like now with the way the world is going, everything is just different. Yo, we got to leave so much behind. Yo, don't be afraid to like just let go these layers, you know. Like, I've been this whole time, like, you know, especially since I hit 30, just you know, I feel like the graveyard must be like filled with like old parts of me, you know what I'm saying? Like, just leaving stuff as I go, you know, dropping off bags everywhere. Like, you can have that, ain't nothing in there good, but you can have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I really, really want to achieve more than I've ever had, you know, within myself first. Because I feel like if I can't do good within myself first, it's gonna be hard to open up and share that with somebody else. So it definitely starts, the healing gonna start with me first, and the healing's gonna start with you first too. You know, don't bring yourself to people all broken. People swear up and down that it's just like, oh, you know, this is how I am, life is gonna always be da-da-da. And that's true to an extent, but like, don't be completely broken and just drop your bags off at people's door. Get rid of some of that. Work on, like, be open and honest. Work on your shadowy parts, the parts of yourself that, you know, we like to pretend that's not there. You know, if you got some real friends, they'll point that out to you and let you know what's really good with you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and those are the parts that you really got to work on, because those are the parts that once you free that up, it opens you up to a whole nother world inside. So, you know, that's what I've really been planning on doing, is just like really doing this inner work, yo. Because we need to like start healing each other. We need to start like being real with each other. We need to start just like admitting things. Like, you know, it don't feel good to just be doing whatever. Like, I mean, maybe like if you want to have fun, but like realistically, like, let's be serious, yo. At some point, like, that gets old. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. I just wanted to chop it up with y'all for the night and just to give a few words of inspiration. You know, like, I feel like this is like an open diary for me. And, you know, like, sometimes when I have like those thoughts in my head that I'm working out, something that I discovered, I feel like I want to share it with people, because, you know, it might be something that's important to someone else. And like, I don't want just me to grow. I want to see other people grow. I want to see everybody else win too. You know, it ain't just about me. It's lonely at the top, feel me? But thank you guys for listening. As usual, I appreciate. I might do pick a card at the ending, so, you know, y'all can see what kind of messages might be out there for y'all, and I hope it resonates with y'all. Thank you for listening. Appreciate y'all, and I'm out.